Morning, folks. Hope you're smiling. I am, and I'm happy too. And I know I'm confusing the enemy. But I'm sat here on the porch, on my sofa, little one to my right, big one's down there somewhere. I'll call her up in a minute. This is a very brief interlude from this thing called working for a living. Festival season has come upon us, and I have been working. I've got a very brief interlude for a few days. It's about 3 days. I'm going to go back and do some more. So, firstly, I'll apologise if there aren't as many videos as normal. It's this work interlude north of the gate. You know, the place where people roam. It's a weird place. But I have to go there because I'm a big, brave soldier. So, I am in the process of trying to collaborate a little video, which will take a little while, of sort of what I do for a living and yeah, my perception of the outside world. And from what I've seen so far, the country doesn't know whether it's going to be blue, red, yellow, green. Well, I worked out that if you put all those colours together, mix it up a little bit, it turns brown. The same colour as poo-poo. Because that's what it is. A load of poo-poo. But there you go. So I'll call Ava up quickly. Ava! Come on, darling. There she comes. Because, yes, as you know, I've had my issue with my ticker. That's doing okay. My health is doing good. And here comes Mum, because a week and a half ago, a good girl. Week and a half ago, this one had a lump in her mouth, which had to be removed. Cancer. So this one, bless her, has got a little bit of a cancer problem. But hopefully, fingers crossed, the vet is very confident that it's benign and he has got it all cut out. It's in Top Gun, bless her heart. She was as good as gold, as she always is. So I've had that little dilemma, and yeah, an emotional concern. I mean, she's the best dog I've ever had. I mean, I love them both to bits, but she's definitely the best dog I've ever had. And yeah, that ripped me apart a little bit. But there you go. That's the way it is. So I am, yes, working on trying to create a little video of the working world that'll come sometime, because there's going to be little clips of the different festivals. And I'm going to see if I can find some suitable spots so that I can still have a coffee with you. But yeah, festival land is, it's wet, it's normal, but the balancing of that world north of the gate and this world south of the gate is a little challenging for me in the summers, because I'm always having to sort of get back here. I have to work really hard to sort of keep on top of things and keep things under control, and then shoot off, go back to earning the money, and then come back. It's all a little bit of a challenge, but we get there. So I'll take you for a little wander in a minute, and I'll show you the state of affairs, for a better choice of words. Things are okay. As you're aware, due to this issue, um, I've not been growing or haven't grown or growing as much produce as I did last year because obviously I'm going to be building more raised beds because I want to future proof myself, as you're aware. But I'll just give you a little bit of an insight as to what I've got to do in the next 2 days before I trot off and go back to people land. It's scary stuff. But there you go. Right. Enough of me, enough of the coffee. I hope you're all doing well. Let's go have a quick look around as the state of play here. Catch you in a minute. Anyway, oh, a little funny one. Let's say funny one. Oh, Ava, bless her heart. She did give the vets a bit of a challenge. She did pull one of the drips out herself, and she got herself out of the kennel as well that she was in. Her determination to be with me was obviously quite strong. But no, she's as good as gold now. Don't know if here she is. Look, always, just behind me. There she is. No. Good girl. But as you can see from behind me there, I mean, yeah, things are starting to grow, undergrowth, etc. The grass, that needs to be trimmed again. And what I'll do is I'll turn the camera around. There's enough looking at this pretty face, and you can see what's what. And this is what's what. Yes, not that it's too bad, but due to that and the forecast of it leaking, which means that if all of this area gets some moisture, it's going to grow like a wildfire. So I need to get the strimmer out, and I trim all the way up to the gate, all round here, all down round the shed, and all up round there. Plus, if I get time, further up that way, because due to the health issue, I just didn't have it in me to keep on top of things how I would have liked to have done. So I'm finding things a little bit of a challenge now, because as such I'm a little bit behind. It is what it is. It's not going to stop me. It's not going to deter me. I'm a survivor. I'm a fighter. I won't give up. Just work a little bit harder, and we'll get there. But I managed to. So this track here's at its first trim. Normally I'm very much on top of it, and that'll be you'll see in 2 seconds. Down through to the gate there, and then up in here I managed to get a little area here done, and into there where sometimes I have friends with tents and they come and stay there, so it's keeping there. But the rest of all the way up there, all of this area, I'm just going to chew away at it slowly. I've lost all my fruit trees now. I'd lost about 40% last year, and the rest were lost this year. Can't remember the name of the moth. There's a particular moth, and it lays its eggs, and the caterpillars get on there. And because I have to go and earn some money, they're still laying their eggs, and I can't treat the trees, which was just a vinegar and water solution, but it would stop them. That's why I lost half of them last year, and due to health, and obviously now I'm going to go to work, I've had to accept that this project has become a loss. But I've got ideas to get around it, but I'll get all of that up there, get that all trimmed. No, I won't get that done in the time I'm home this time, but I'll get some of it done. I have a new deep well pump because my original one decided to pack up about 3 weeks ago. Bit frustrating, which meant, ironically, I was in the process of watering everything, and when I know that I'm going to be lifting water, I drain my main tank down. So you've got, before, my main tank is behind the trees there. You can see a bit. So you've got an empty IBC just to give that top one that's covered in sheet to. I've got a little bit of water pressure, gravity. So there's 1,000 litres in that top one, and then when I know that I'm going to lift water, I'll drop it down into this one in here, which is about half full now, and I can use this one with the little pump I've got in there, which that then can transfer water over to there or water the crops accordingly. So I'd emptied that and then went to lift, and the pump said no. So I was like, oh. So I tried and checked all this, that and the other, and the pump had seized. So new pump time, which, no, they're not cheap, but that's a damn good way of getting water up. So I had to get another pump, which I'll show you that quickly. And while I've been away, something's ravaged my strawberries. I have no idea, folks, what has ravaged them. Chewed them all to pieces. I have no idea. Have you guys got any ideas what could have ravaged them? Yes, you could say you could cover them, all this, that and the other. I'm aware of that. I haven't got round to it this year. But then this one, barely untouched. So a little confused. But you know, apart from that, yeah, maybe you can answer that one, folks, because I've got no idea. I mean, I'm not aware of any rabbits around here. I mean, is there a fox, deer? I don't know. And this is the extent of 12 months of drying, because that pile's now 12 months old, and when I stack it, I squeeze as many logs up into there as possible. And now I've not taken any out. That is how much the logs have shrunk as the water is drawn out of them. So surprising, isn't it, how much they do shrink, considering you think, well, it's only wood. But yeah. And then the allotment's just a little bit barren, but I've got to trim all this, keep on top of that. See the parsnips. Let's have a quick look at the parsnips. These ones were left over from last year, and I thought, let's see how they go to seed. You know, I've never seen anything like this, so I've let them go. My spuds are doing okay. But look, I've never seen it, but it's the height. I mean, I'm just under 6 foot tall, and that I would say is about 7.5 feet tall. Beautiful. And then we'll say we've got just out here. There we've got spuds in tire towers. We've got the raspberries. So they were in polytunnel, but I brought them out. I brought everything out that I could bring out because of going to work. That one mint there, not looking so healthy. Potatoes are looking good. There's a gooseberry there. Love it. But we're getting there. Here's my kiwi plant. Looking like that needs a little bit of water, which is what I'm going to be doing today. But it's beautiful, isn't it? This mint is doing extremely well. Oh, and it smells beautiful. Trailing lobelia, just a little bit of colour. Not big on flowers, but a little bit of colour is always nice. And these pots, I mean, I've got more in there than melons, but I don't know if they're going to survive out here. Don't look like they're going to. I'm going to water them up, they might liven up. But the ones in the polytunnel are a bit better. Nasturtiums, more lobelia. But it's, yeah, we're getting there with it all nice and slowly. It's a little bit, I mean, I've got currants there, red currants there on that one. And what else have we got? I've got blueberries there. There's going to be loads on that one. And then we've got black currants. I've got my tayberries, I've got raspberries going down there. And in here, something's come in and devastated my strawberry plants because I had to leave the doors open to try and keep things a bit cooler. Yes, they were bone dry. I'm not sure if that would have affected them or not, but there's no sign of any fruit at all anywhere, so something's been getting up there. Rodents possibly. I'm hoping my tomato plants will, because I want to try and get them out while I'm at home this time, because otherwise I fear losing them. And then we've got the melons that are coming on indoors, which I need to string up. So we've got quite a bit to do. A little bit challenging, but there you go. And then into the shed, I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you the deep well pump. Welcome to my man cave. Nice array of jackets, nice array of junk. That's what a man cave is all about. But yeah, the deep well pump, I've got a like for like pump because the other one proved to be a good pump. Plus there might be some salvageable bits, etc, parts. Trying to hopefully reduce my costs further down the years. But yes, I've got a 1500 watt deep well pump. It's a 4-inch pump. It's a little bit heavy. Basically here, this way, this is the heavy bit. This is the motor, which is it does pack a hell of a punch. There, as you can see through, which I'll bring up a little bit closer, as you can see there, the tea bag stainless steel, that's where the water is drawn in, and up through here, Edison screw type spiral, which pumps the water up out of here into a 32mm water pipe, which that's all down there because obviously it's, you know, it's already set up. The reason I've done like for like because of other fittings, other bits and pieces, it's just the spares. But that deep well pump can pull up 1,000 litres of water in 17 minutes. It does pump at quite a rate, and it is actually the length which I've explained in previous videos. I'll try and put a link up about the water thing. I'll try and put it up there, and well, as you'll see, it might be up there, one of them corners where I explained my water system before. But it's a 100-metre run and around about a 40-metre in height. So for that to pump 1,000 litres in 17 minutes, it is an extremely powerful pump and it works a treat. So that is the basic concept of what pump I use to get my water up into my tanks. So that's another little job I need to do before I go back into people land. So there you have it. That's pretty much my world up to speed at the minute. Mother Nature's challenges, Mother Nature's ways of testing me. Um, it is what it is. I'm never defeated. If she chooses for me to lose, I lose, but I win in other ways. So it's all about learning. Life's about learning, constantly evolving, and we do the very best we can. But yeah, I've got a water pump to replace. I've got swimming to do. I've got water to get up, water to move around, and general gardening. Taking the girls for a walk, enjoying time with my girls as well. Yeah, I've got a lot on for a couple of days, but that is part and parcel of how I have to mix business with pleasure, for a better choice of words. Because yes, I still need an income, because I am not in a position yet where I'm producing a sufficient income from my world here south of the gate. Given time, hopefully it will happen. But in the meantime, I do what I have to do, because they need feeding, I need feeding. Anyway, folks, chicken logo, very much appreciated for every one of you, from the bottom of my heart, every one of you that has donated, and of those of you who are thinking of donating, thank you, because that's going to make a big difference to me in the autumn, and I'm looking forward to that. And as per usual, the comments, I do love your comments. Please, please, please put the comments down there. I love them, and the interaction that where with quite a number of you now, the interaction is every video. It's becoming more personal, and I enjoy that. So please keep them coming. Like, share, all the usual stuff. Thank you for this little one. It's just a little brief one to say sorry I'm not around quite as much. Just keeping you in a loop as to what my world is doing, and we're good. Take care.